Hi class, welcome to my presentation for Milestone 3 for the eCommerce app. This week the requirements were to update the database to include the, excuse me, I'm blanking here for a second, was to include the user role. So role 0 would be a customer and role 1 is an administrator. So that was the first goal of this week, and the second goal was to add 2 new PHP pages to the website. One would be to edit products, and the other would be to edit customers. So that page is named users, and the products page is named edit products because we have a products page and then we have an edit products page. And I'll get more into the differences between those in a little bit. So why don't we jump into our database real quick, and I'll walk you through the changes here. So here I have all the dummy data into my products. The users, I did not put any dummy data, only my user, because that doesn't need to be, that I don't need to add dummy data for that quite yet. So I think that's all that's new here in the database. And then let's jump back into our web page. Or actually, let me walk you through the changes here in my users file. So this is a new file. What it's going to do is it's going to have a search function here. This is the search, and then it's going to loop through and show 10 users per page. And then if you're an administrator, you're able to edit or remove users based on your role. Here you can see it's outputting the role of the user. The products page is pretty similar. It's going to show the same amount of items per page, 10. It'll show, or actually, excuse me, it's 12 because it's 4 times 3. We're looping rows, and here we're looping columns. And so here you can see we have edit and remove, and both of these are using a table built with CSS to display the cards. So now let's jump into our web page. You can see some small changes I made here was I added a logo up here on the header, or sorry, a logo as well as the name. And then the website, it was an error where it said login on every page. Now it says eCommerce. So anyways, here is our products page from before. You'll notice nothing's changed except for now there's an add to cart button, which will be useful in the future when we make our add to cart function. And then here's our search function. So we could search through our items and have it return whatever we are looking for. And now let's look at our edit products page. So here's this page is similar. You can still search through the products, but this page will only be accessible to those users who have privileges of 1 in the database, which would be an administrator. Otherwise, it will redirect you to the products page. So here you can see you can edit and remove products based, if you find a product that you don't like, you can edit or remove it. And then here, let's go to our users page. Users page is similar. We have a search function. This one that just has the username and the role. Of course, if your website was complex to where you had forums and potential for user abuse, you could include such things as reports on users, so you could read the reports and sort of find out what's going on with this user if you want to maybe edit their role if they're abusing their administrator privileges, or just remove the user altogether. You could also implement bans based on timing. MySQL has actually pretty great time tools built right into it that you can actually use to ban someone for a given period of time, and so the database will not let them log in until a certain date has arrived. So yeah, that's everything for this week. I will have my code on GitHub, and I will also include it in a zip, as well as having all the updated ER diagrams and wireframes within my document. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.